Good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's stream. I have with me what I'm now going to start referring to you guys as the Grinning Gargoyle Gang, just because somebody pointed out that alliteration is cool. So GGG, 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 GGG. I am Gordon. I am joined by Alan as Xerxes, Mickey as Siren, Byron as Cyan, Peter as Carolus, Richard as Carcarius, and Neville as Beirut. And we are going to be continuing with our Greyhawk campaign in the lovely little seaside town of Saltmarsh that is busy preparing for a once-in-a-century storm. The elderly priest of Procan has no idea where this thing came from. They just looked to the horizon and this thing was rolling in. It spans the entire horizon. Rain is starting to pound down as the crew was getting ready to leave town and head out to sea to try and race ahead of the incoming storm. When we left off last week, they were finishing some business in town. Xerxes, you still had a couple of items that you wanted to take care of.
Oh yeah, especially I need to go and see Kester's leather goods.
And the other thing, do you still want to do that off the table?
Well, I think we've already done it, right?
Yeah, we did. We did pretty much do it. I must just give you some feedback on it.
Okay, yeah, we can do that later or in secret whispers when you want.
Awesome. So you want to go to Kester's leather goods because you had with you the pretty pristine hide of a strange creature called a trapper, which you had encountered in a cave. So when I think you were still at your former master's tower, old Juskiddink, and you were heading towards Kester's goods with Cyan and Toto. At least I assume Cyan is still in tow, or is he still staring off into the distance?
No, I'm chilling outside, just waiting for Xerxes to be done talking.
All right. So well, he's done talking with Juskiddink.
Yeah,
and
it's quite quick.
So you can head off to I want to say Juskiddink again.
Kester,
thank you. And when you arrive there, I mean, before you arrive, you can already start smelling. I mean, this is a tannery in there, so you smell these almost gut-wrenching smells of this leatherworks as you approach it. I mean, she does try to make an effort. There is a lot of fresh air around her. There's no other buildings around her establishment, but it still reeks. When you arrive, you can see that Kester herself, as well as a couple of other men, are busy, boarding up the windows to the premises, to the store and to the workshops at the back. And she does look up when she sees you, and she says, "Ah, gentlemen, we're just closing up. Your timing is not so great."
Well, can you spare maybe a minute or two to take a look at this beautiful, perfectly skinned trapper hide that I have? I've made a note. It even says CR3, if that helps.
She says, "I do not know what this CR3 means, but hey, Bando," and she turns to one of the men, and she just tosses this mallet in his direction. And he doesn't quite manage to grab it. He just dodges it to the side, and she says, "Well, let me have a look at it." And she walks up to you, dusting off her hands, trying to get some of the moisture and stuff off, because it is now raining.
Cool. So I'll whip it out of my backpack.
And I've just realized that very potentially I did not have my microphone unmuted on the stream. So if that is the case, I apologize, people, and welcome to the stream. So we are at the leather goods place. And so you take out the trapper hide, and she's like, I've never heard of a trapper. I'm assuming this doesn't come from like a humanoid trapper, because it doesn't look like it. And she
No,
like
definitely not humanoid.
she
It's
starts
basically a
handling it.
massive
So
manta ray.
you're basically on the porch area of the shop. You know, you're undercover now. And she says, "Oh, this is extraordinary stuff. So subtle, so smooth.
Yes.
Um, how about
And
300
big.
gold?"
I'll say.
I almost died for that.
Yeah, have you ever seen anything like this before? Surely it would be worth something more.
So
Look at it, it's one of a kind.
make me a persuasion check.
Okay.
And I will contest that check. Holy Moses.
Nice, that sounds good.
So, somebody roll me D10.
Oh no. Did you also get a 10?
So, no, actually I did not. I got a 5.
Oh
And
nice, okay,
she's
cool.
not so great with the charisma. So she says, I'll offer you an extra 70 gold. 370, that's the highest I can go.
That sounds like a fair deal.
So she disappears into the shop, taking the hide with her, and comes out a moment later with a hefty pouch. And she says, this is not gold, per se. These are 30, yeah, there's 37 platinum pieces, platinum dragons.
Okay,
And she hands you
Yeah.
the pouch.
cool. I'll say pleasure doing business with you. There'll be more in the future, I'm sure.
Excellent. Well, if you find any interesting hides, you know exactly where to bring them. And I'm going to distribute. Hello, did it work? Yes, it worked. Fantastic. So everybody gets a nice little lump sum of 6 platinum pieces each, worth 10 gold apiece.
I mean, like, I totally don't know why I'm sharing with everyone, but
We did do a group's effort in killing it.
so I mean, like, people that help me skin it, sure. But I mean, if that's what we're doing in the future, then y'all need to also help out a little bit.
I think you don't understand the policy of
Yeah,
working
they would-
together.
Xerxes, you and I will stand back. They will kill it, and then we will go and skin it.
Yeah, like-
Everybody got their job assignments.
Isn't that kind of what happens anyway?
Exactly.
No, I was in the middle of this damn thing.
Yes, mostly.
Beru spent
I was
most of
mostly
that
being
fight
eaten
in the-
alive.
Yeah, no, he was in a nice warm, moist
Embrace.
blanket.
I'll just say to everyone, if this is going to be the case going forward, not that part, the part that's coming now, that well, when I actually walk up to them and say, "Gang, how's it?" I come bearing gifts, and I'll just say, "Someone can pay for my drinks and lodging and my horse's food
But-
and all that kind of stuff."
But I basically do pay for your lodging.
Yeah, but and my
She's got a
alcohol
point
and
there.
my food and my horse's food and Bim's food and just saying, here's a lot of money for you peoples. Just
Also, do you guys have forgiving gods?
no.
Ask for a friend. No,
Kind
no
of,
merciful
why?
gods. No, just asking for a friend.
Not mine.
You have a god?
We all have our own gods, whether it's a deity or not. We have some form of god, yes.
That's why I'm asking. That's fine. Okay, cool. Exactly.
Seems like yours is probably money.
I'm assuming at this point, because you're all conversing like this, that you've met back up at some place in town.
Yeah.
So
We're actually yelling at each other in the street.
Oh yeah, over the rain because we
Yeah.
can't hear each other.
Right in front of the statue of Orcus.
there we
Of
go.
course, with his
With the
glorious
glowing
sword.
sword, which is actually
Yeah.
like accented at the moment because of the rain coming down quite heavily around you guys, and this blue sword glowing. It must look quite impressive. I think Orcus would be proud.
Well, if I could draw better, I would totally draw that.
Orcus will not be forgotten.
Never.
Never.
Of course not.
Some of us will never let it be forgotten.
So, making your way down, you know you were told to meet basically at the private docks of one of the councilmen, or Galen Primewater, who was instructed to provide a boat of some kind to use. As you make your way down there, you do see that there is what looks like a modified kill boat that has 4 sets of oars, small sail. Definitely not something that you would go on a super long voyage, but you're only going about 15 or so miles to the west out of town. I want to just
Do you know sea things here?
What
see
things?
things.
Yes.
I know some sea things.
No, man.
Yeah.
We
What
have
about
two
the two
clerics
seamen?
that know about all the sea stuff.
Well, to an extent, yes.
Does the
Got a
sea look
noble
safe to
almanac
go out on?
and navigator's tools. So
I'm more worried about the sea being safe to go out on with the big ass storm inbound.
yeah, especially considering last campaign we were told if there are any ships out at sea, if they don't make it back soon, they're likely going to sink.
Yeah.
If that wasn't the truth, then
Well, as long as we pray to Osprey and Procan, they will guide the way for us and calm the seas.
I mean,
Procan sometimes does enjoy more wealth as a tribute before going out to sea as well.
how about all 6 platinum pieces?
I have a good idea. I'll stay in my druid grove.
Okay, well, Osprum's a little bit more easygoing. As long as you just compliment her and, maybe throw some bounty into the ocean, she'll love that. And I'll send the word over.
Like bodies.
Can you guys not do your praying stuff? I don't
No.
know. How it works. And,
Yeah, we can pray.
Hey, ask from lady person, is it safe for us to do this? Yay or nay?
Well,
Don't-
we need they need some incentive to listen. So, some bounty, some.
So your life.
like,
Hey, I might die if I go out. Am I worth anything to you, oh God? S of the sea.
Oh no, nothing like that. Just pay her in compliments.
Wait, that works?
Oh yes, but you have to mean it.
Oh yeah, no, that's not.
only works if you truly believe.
Yeah, and then I'll tell her it came from you.
I'm a real boy.
I'm thinking that the sea is probably not the better option, actually.
Well, don't worry. I've prayed to Osprey plenty of times, and she's always guided me to safety. That's how I got here.
Let me put it to you guys this way. The storm is rolling in. It's right on the cusp at this point. Where you guys are now, as long as you keep to within sight of the coastline, you should be fairly alright, just swinging clear of any rocks and things. The kill boat is not a difficult boat to manage. The 6 of you will be able to do it with ease, as you do have a couple of people who are familiar enough with the sea. It looks, for now, safe enough to travel on.
No, but this is my question. Like, do any of us actually have any experience handling boats
Yes, I do.
on the sea, not on rivers?
Oh yes, absolutely.
I'm skeptical
Well,
of that, but
I just
okay.
think if we go, we should go now. Otherwise, it will be too late.
Yeah, no, I agree with.
We do go now.
We should probably
If
not
we're
come
alive.
back.
Just to remind you that
Ocean.
you were offered an additional payment
Water.
if you left immediately
Yeah.
to change it before the storm. But it is still up to you whether or not you'd like to go by sea or by land.
Let's vote. I vote land.
I vote the ocean.
Land.
Yeah, I'm ocean.
Ocean.
We need a swing vote. Yeah, what's happening?
Well, no, it's 3 and 2.
Yeah, so it will be Friday.
So
Whether we stop or not.
I don't like being the person that decides the fate.
The ocean it is!
You're gonna have to decide the fate of everyone here.
Bims, what do you want to do? Bims says land, so that's 3-3.
Bums gets a quarter of a vote.
Okay,
I'm
quarter of a
like
vote, that's
switching
But then
fine.
it's all. But also, how do
You're
we
gonna
know
call
that's
them
what Bim says? Bim's only speaks into your head.
I can.
Bims, tell them you want to go
compare
on to the land, and then boom, he did it. Sweet. So, 2 1/4 versus 3.
I want to point out that going over land was over a swamp last time. And the last time we went through a swamp, you guys got really scared by some gross mummies.
Wait, didn't we say we wouldn't go to a swamp because it would be really muddy?
It would be.
Yeah.
And then
And
we
we
all
could
voted
take our
on the
horses.
ocean. Why are you changing your minds?
Because they're afraid.
It's,
Did you not hear that
it's so
song?
long time ago. Can't remember. I said
What?
ocean.
We walked to each other. It was literally like 2 minutes, most likely. God.
Okay, well, you have to decide. You're the...
We shall go
the
through the
last
ocean.
Okay.
Because if we go through land, we can't take our horses.
Please do your praying stuff.
We have to walk
Yeah.
through mud.
if you'd like
Yeah.
to do some
Excellent.
prayer, some divine intervention of sorts, you're welcome to
Well,
100% Aldar.
Yeah. Well, I'll knowing this, I'll just before we head out, head back to the temple and just have a proper prayer session and just ask Procan for protection.
Can I do that too? Except I want to go slaughter a goat or a chicken or something.
Are we Vikings?
Make an investigation check, Alan, to see whether or not you can actually find something to slaughter.
Okay.
It's probably gonna be a rat or something.
Okay, you do not find anything to slaughter.
Oh wow.
Everything is either stowed away, put in barns. You can't find anything readily available for sacrifice.
Just put
Wait,
some
I have-
cheese darts and grab a mouse.
No, that's
I don't
that,
think that'll
that's
work.
gonna do more harm than good.
How much will a dragon get us?
You mean a
What
pseudo dragon, and also
I mean,
no.
a pseudo dragon.
That's like you got a dragon in your pocket that you haven't told me about.
Yes.
Well, no, we could always promise the dragon that's in the swamp as like a future payment.
It's a ghost dragon. In my
It is
pocket.
going to be a future payment for sure.
I'm also very happy to see you.
Let us move along swiftly. So, Precarious,
Yeah.
you're going up to the temple. You are
Yeah,
going
to-
to spend a moment
so-
in prayer to Procan.
Yeah, just pray
Please
for
do so.
safe passage. Percentile.
And Cyan, are you doing anything?
Yeah, no, totally. I'm gonna go to my little altar. Wait, we're in Salt River, right? What's the place
Saltmarsh,
called?
yeah.
Saltmarsh. We're in Saltmarsh, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna go to the little Osprey altar that I. There is an Osprey altar here, isn't
If
there,
I
by the
remember
docks?
right, didn't Corollas commission one for you?
Yeah.
Oh, he was going to when we got back here.
Oh, so it
Ooh.
hasn't actually
Yeah.
taken place yet.
No,
Is it finished?
no, when we came back, it was said to us, listen, we need to do this and this and this and this.
but
haven't
then-
had time.
Yeah, because we were talking about this in Burl, so we haven't even. This is the first time back
Oh.
in since we've spoken about it.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess Cyan will just go down to the docks, hang his feet over the edge of one of the jetties, feet dangling in the water, and then pray to Osprey for protection on this journey.
Alright, so both of you roll percentile die. Right click on your d10s, hit the percentile. And magic
Right.
number you're looking for is a number equal to or lower than your level.
So that's a no.
that is a no from Procan. And it is a
Ooh.
no from Osprey as well, as parents.
Oh, Osprey, please, I'm begging you, Osprey. Don't make me look uncool in front of my new friends. Can I roll with advantage?
It doesn't work that way, unfortunately. not with this particular thing. So
Science starts stopping.
as you are sitting there in your respective what is the correct word I'm looking for? Your
Places of
methods
worship.
prayer, your places of worship. You reach into yourselves, you find that inner peace, you call out to your gods, and while you do sense their presence, you do not get any indication that they are willing to entertain your pleas at this time. The subscriber you have dialed is not available at present. Please try again later.
Computer says no.
Pretty much. So,
Yeah.
unfortunately,
Oh.
you do not think that your prayers yielded any positive influence on
Oh.
the voyage.
Coming back to the group, I'll just say, I get some prayer, and I got a good feeling about it, so we should be fine.
Excellent.
I'll when I approach the group, I'm just gonna say, yep, everything's all good.
That's
gonna be a
massive peal of thunder.
I'm gonna not believe him.
What do you mean you're gonna not believe it?
I say I'm not going to believe him.
Okay.
Two
I want to
negatives
check
make
if he's
one.
lying.
You want to check if he's lying.
Yes.
So
You can never
this will
trust
be-
Red Man.
this will be a contested roll. You two give me persuasion rolls, or deception, sorry. That's Carcarius and Cyan, and then Beirut, you can give me an insight.
And
As
me.
as far as I know, Barry's only checking Cyan.
Oh
Isn't he?
damn.
Oh wow.
So I'm doing persuasion, eh?
Yeah, that tracks.
Beirut, you think he's full of shit. Cyan is full of shit. And Carcarius,
Okay, persuasion.
you
God damn
believe
it!
Carcarius though.
That rolled off a fucking.
Oh, but that was a persuasion. Roll again.
Oh, okay, this is-
Deception.
He's gonna roll a 20.
I swear, I'm telling the truth.
You think that both of these clerics are full of shit.
Don't believe you. Let's hope you know how to row boat. Go.
We'll be fine, big guy. Don't worry.
But you do get the sense
If we
that
die, you'd have heard.
it would be best to leave sooner rather than later.
What's,
Alright, if we're
the,
gonna die, tonight's probably the day. Let's go.
what's the worst that can happen?
Kraken.
Sea, boat, dragon.
Goes.
Carcarius, I think you would know that a kraken and beasts of a similar ilk will more likely be found in deeper waters.
Deeper water. Yeah.
Though it is not unheard of for something like a dragon turtle to make an appearance if you happen to find yourself in their territory.
Well, then that's on Corollas. Isn't he the temple of the dragon turtle?
Yes.
this
Temple of the
is-
olive graven turtle.
There we go. And all right, so heading down to the to that private little dock, you see this ship there. You also see Gellin Prime Water in a very thick, sturdy-looking coat, waiting for you. And at his side is a much smaller figure, not even clearing 3 feet. Somewhat feminine in appearance. and it seems to be a gnome. And as he sees you approach, he says, "We've got everything ready for you. You have supplies and everything. You are ready to cast off whenever.
Oh, marvelous, marvelous.
But if you want your
onward.
bonus, you better cast off now."
Yep. Let's go on the gangplank.
No time like the present. Eh?
Well,
Oh,
gnomes, the salt of the earth.
Of the ocean.
Yeah, salt of the ocean.
Um,
If you want salt of the earth, you better stay where you are.
And taking a look at this figure, you see a very dimpled, cherry-looking gnomish face underneath with very piercing green eyes, an unusual shade of green eyes, and she doesn't say a word, but she is smiling at you guys, at your comments, and Galen says, "Well, we'll take our leave of you. We've still got a few things that need taking care of," and him and the little gnome start marching off. As you can see, this kill boat is true to their word. It has 4 sets of oars. It does have a sturdy-looking sail in good repair. The ship itself looks seaworthy. You also see that there is a bit of a cabin towards the back of the ship, so you can take shelter in there if you need it. And that is also where your supplies are kept. Most of it.
Cool. As we hop, I'd like to just stride ahead on board. You know, like, because I'm a captain.
Is your hat still glued to your head?
Oh, absolutely,
Not the
absolutely,
captain,
absolutely
the
the
crew
captain.
is.
Nope, absolutely the captain.
But-
And I'd just like to do an inspection of the boat. So, like, with my knowledge of like seafaring vehicles and that, I just want to do like a proper inspection and see that it's like watertight and
Alright, you can give me
everything
a
ship shape.
perception check with advantage.
Yeah, I just want to check that everything is actually
Ship
above
shape.
board. Yes, ship shape. Oh yes, that's even better. Am I giving
Is
inspection?
this the ship shape?
Perception.
Perception.
I mean, we have a better
Oh
ship.
wait, not that
so-
one. Advantage.
At least the ship is ship's shape.
Hold on. I gotta click. How do I click advantage? It's not.
God damn it.
You should just be able to click on the ADD.
It's not like changing anything. No color change or depression or anything.
That's unusual. Well, otherwise just roll twice and you'll take the higher of the two numbers.
Okay.
Unless it magically decides to give you advantage.
Okay, perception and then another perception.
That's not bad. Oh, you got advantage and disadvantage there. So,
Oh, I guess because I was spamming the click button. Oh, well.
could be.
Okay, so it equals out.
So you got your 22, and as far as you can see, this ship is good. This is decent craftsmanship. It looks like it's in good repair. There's no obvious signs, or even inobvious signs of wear and tear that's been ignored or anything like that. Looks ready to go.
Alright, unfurl the sails. Raise the anchor. Tally ho.
Somebody check his eyes.
He's also stuck.
I think he'd be more bearable if he was on drugs.
No,
So-
no.
Oh,
Yes, now the question. There are
Well.
4 benches with oars. Who will be doing the rowing for the first leg?
I
Not-
will look out for danger and guide us.
I will be captaining.
Like,
Think
out of character, I don't have strength, so good luck with that.
The oars are easy enough that you as long as 4 of you are manning them, it should be alright. And once you clear the bay, you will also be able to extend the sail a little bit to help you along the way.
I'll just sort of whip out my navigator's tools in the interim and just be like, okay, let me plan this along.
Yes, I'm
Guys,
gonna.
grab your oars.
I think Cyan will put his foot up, Captain Morgan style, on the front of the bow and look out.
I could just smack you with this bow right now. No one would give a damn.
the temptation
But
to
seems
smack him into the water is ridiculous.
Chop, we don't have all night.
I'll sit down and take an all.
Same.
Ah,
I'll help.
So as you start heading out, you notice as you head towards going out from this private dock, I mean, all the jetties and things are to your left. On the right hand side, you see the empty net, the empty net. That's all battened down and ready for this storm. You also see several houses where there are still some people, that's right on the edge of the bay, where they're busy making some last-minute preparations. You can also see there's a small little inlet between what appears to be like cliff faces, basically. On the right-hand side and left-hand side, it's maybe about 5 to 10 feet wide. This gap between this jutting little peninsula and this island, which you've seen from afar, but you haven't actually been anywhere near it. And you can see there's actually quite a few trees and things growing on this little island, these sheer rocks to your right. And as you pass by them and start swinging right out into the sea, the azure sea, as you come round this island, you notice something potentially. Everybody give me a perception check, please.
and booms.
And booms, yeah.
Gordon, just while we're doing this, as we get out of the bay, I'm just going to take a gold coin, flick it into the water with a small benboncan to protect us as we go.
Alright.
I'll do the same, but with some ration.
Alright.
I'll do the same. Gold coin as well.
And I just realized something. You should actually have a disadvantage because it's raining, but I'll say because it's close enough.
Oh, okay,
It's
nice.
fairly sheltered a little bit even and such. Carolus, that was almost a natural one. The dwarf
That's
sees
fine,
nothing but ore. And the side of the boat because he's too short.
Makes sense.
Is it below deck, the oars?
No, this is actually on the deck itself. Alright, so Xerxes, you and Carolus and Beirut don't notice anything unusual. Siren, Cyan, Bims, and Carterius. As you are passing what appears to be another little jutting section, a smaller little peninsula off of this island itself, standing there quite high above you, probably about 20-30 feet above you at this point, you see two large ruin stones right on the edge of like this cliff. And standing there, and only Siren and Cyan notice this, next to these standing stones, these ruin stones, you also see a short figure that seems to be perhaps a halfling in nature. It seems to be dancing around it almost.
Yeah, definitely gonna point that out to the rest of the group and go, kinda suspicious.
After it being pointed out, does it look ritualistic in any way?
It does seem to be, there's certainly some sort of ritual.
Maybe it's a protection spell. You never know. Never judge.
Beirut,
How
now
could
that
be?
it's been pointed out to you, you recognize the figure. This is your druid friend, Farron.
Ah, Farron.
And you see this figure lift what looks like a quarterstaff above his head, which is only like 4 feet high, but anyway. And you hear a strange note in the air, almost like a deep bell tolling that slowly changes pitch. As the pitch rises, it gets louder and higher, and it almost sounds like a woman's voice singing before it fades.
Oh, when I recognize Farron, I'll turn to everyone and I'll say, no worry, friend Farron,
Okay.
all good.
So as you're making your way Xerxes, you had your navigator's tools out. I would like you to roll a d20 for me and add your proficiency bonus, please. Just to
Okay.
make sure that you can stay the right course, more or less. And then I need 3. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's a 21 then. As you start heading out towards the, well, not the open ocean, but the deeper waters along the coast, you do know from the maps and things that you've obtained that there are many hidden rocks and things along the coast here. So you need to keep between, let's say, between 5 and 7 miles away from the coast, just for safety's sake, because there are so many of these hidden little rocks and things around. But you manage to guide Cyan as he's busy steering the ship to avoid these obstacles. I need 3 of you. Don't everybody rush to volunteer at once. To roll d12s for me, please.
Cool. I'll do it.
Wonderful. Who's it going to be?
Okay, sure. That long. 12.
Yeah. Alright.
Nice.
Now, you 3, do it again. Alright. And do it one more time for me, please.
How many dragons can you encounter?
All of
This
them.
many. So, for the first roll, you encounter 12 sea dragons. No, just joking. So as you're heading out along this coast, you notice a couple of things. Off to your right, there is something unusual as you're passing along the coast, about 2 or 3 miles out of Saltmarsh. You do notice what seems to be the crumbling ruins of some sort of tower in the distance, fairly near to the coast. Xerxes?
Is that Abbey Isle?
No, it is not.
Oh.
You're still far away from Abbey Isle. Let me think. Who of you are proficient with history?
Nope.
I don't think so. Oh, I am, yes.
Yeah, me too.
Actually, I
No,
lied.
I'm not.
You would see. No, you wouldn't see Abbey Isle. The rain would be obscuring your vision somewhat. So yeah, those who are proficient with it can roll for me, please. This is just to see if you recall something. Alright, so Cyan, you don't know what this monument might be. Xerxes, you do recall, however, that this is the Tower of Xenopus, which used to belong to some other wizard, but a number of years ago, about 50 or 60 years ago, there were some spooky goings on around the tower that had long been thought to be abandoned. And when people sort of started going missing in the area as well, in conjunction with these spooky lights appearing at night on the tower, the Navy was actually asked to level the place from the coast. Using mangonels and catapults and things, they actually flattened most of this tower.
So I'll say cool. Well, I won't say it because I'm the only one that saw it. I'll just go cool. Inside.
I just need to check something. Give me 1 second, please.
Well, maybe like a tour guide, I'll just shout out. And to your right, you can see the crumbling ruins of Xenobus, belonging to a wizard of old.
Ooh.
Alright. Okay. I mean, you're not making very fast speed. As you about 5 or 6 miles away from Saltmarsh, I need you all to give me perception checks, please, with disadvantage.
I'm also going to tell Bims, you must help me so that we don't crash into the spiky, hurty rock thingies.
Alright. He says he has no idea what the spiky, hurty rock thingies are,
And I'll
but he
point
will
at
do his
one.
best.
So there, those
God damn it.
those that make the hurty when they land on you. Perception.
What does that mean?
What is what?
Hold on. Is that advantage? Hold on.
That is advantage, yeah. You must have disadvantage.
Okay, let me try again. My button isn't making any visual change. There we go.
That's a weird glitch. Okay. So as you're busy rowing, the sun has basically set. You notice that the sky still has an unusual light to it. There's like a stormy, bright, if you'll forgive me, cyan color to the clouds, and the sea around you as well. You know it's dark. You can hear the crash of thunder. You can hear the waves crashing against the side of this keelboat. Cyan, you are navigating, sorry. I would like you to give me a check of some sort. I just want to see if your water vehicle proficiency, I think it's just basically that you can roll a d20 and add your proficiency bonus to it. Skills.
As a part of Navigator's tools, do you get a, what do you call it, like telescope, binoculars?
Yes.
I don't know.
Basically,
Yeah.
you'll get a looking glass and you'll get maps.
Sextant.
Compass?
You're a sextant.
Wow. What are you, horologist?
We're not making watches there.
I can't find the thing that I'm looking for now, so I'd like you to still just make me a d20 roll and add your proficiency modifier. Proficiency bonus, should I say, please say.
My proficiency, okay, so my proficiency is +2, so
Yep.
we'll click that, and then we'll throw the d20. Huh.
So you struggle to control the ship, and Xerxes and Bims are busy screaming at you basically that you're heading too far into the deep ocean.
Oh my word, can I help?
Cracker!
You can make the
Everybody grab on tight!
We look to be going deeper. Let me help you steer.
Row on the outside, stronger.
Told you they were lying.
I told you I'm not that strong.
So with his guidance, you can give me another d20 roll with advantage.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I need that.
I can
With
imagine
the plus
Xerxes is like grabbing onto the wheel as well.
Yeah,
That's
straight
not
up.
that way.
I feel drifting and I go help.
Brilliant. Okay, so with assistance, you were a little bit off course, but you managed to get yourself pointed in the right direction again, which is basically due west along the coast. As you do so, however, Xerxes, Bim says into your mind, "Hey boss, I swear I just saw a head in the water."
Oh no.
Oh god.
Whereabouts? Then I can also have a look. Was it a big head? Was it a? Yeah. Can you describe it a little bit more?
He says, I'm not 100% sure, but it was just there for a moment.
Oh goodness! Like a head, or can I say? Did it resemble some sort of fish, where it had some sort of elongated potential body attached to it, or was it like just a head, like a rounded thing?
Did not get a good look at it, boss, but there's something in the water.
Oh shit! I'm gonna say, guys, there's something underneath us. Bim's managed or spotted something. If you can, keep a lookout, just in case.
Well, what did it look like? Maybe we can identify it.
It's a siren.
I was told that a head was seen. It looked like a head of some sort. Couldn't get any more information.
Was it attached to something?
Like a body?
Bim's only got a glimpse of it. All we know is that there is potentially something underneath us. We don't know what it is at all. Can I throw some rations overboard, like far? Far enough to make a splash that would be heard, but yeah, potentially get whatever this thing is away from us.
Oh geez, the ship's a lot bigger than I was expecting.
So
I like that.
you take out a ration and you pop it over into the water.
Wherever Bim said he saw the head.
So give me a dexterity check, please, just to see whether or not you can actually throw it.
Dex.
So we're aiming, basically.
Ability.
Yeah, just a straight dex.
Cool.
You are not proficient with food.
Ooh, apparently not with my arms either.
Xerxes grabs a couple of eggs and just lops it against the side of the boat, the inside of the boat.
While
They just go
rowing,
crack.
I'm like, what the hell are you doing back there?
Praise Osprey!
Bim was hungry.
Yeah, Bim just starts feasting on the eggs.
Can I like keep my
Quickly,
like,
so you
keep-
can help us look again.
I'd like to throw another pair of rations out into the ocean.
I'll be back now, guys. 1 second.
Can I just keep my eyes peeled on the water?
Sure.
Like furry.
Everybody give me another round of perception checks, please. This time just a straight perception check. No advantage, no disadvantage. Unless something like your sentinel shield gives you advantage.
I should not gamble today.
Wow, okay, that's pretty good. So, I need to just roll something here myself. If it would permit me, there we go. And, alrighty. So, I need everybody to roll initiative for me, please.
Oh no.
Do we even see it?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
What did we see?
Boom, boom.
We'll figure that out soon. I guess.
No gambling for me today.
Mayonnaise.
Sirens! No, just kidding.
What do I roll for Bims? Dex. In it?
Dex check.
Dex.
Dex check, yeah.
Just a straight dex. Bims gets a lovely 4. Okay, Richard is not back quite yet. But this is how it plays out, basically. Though, actually, no, Richard still needs to make that perception check as well. So please bear with us. Beware. I cannot speak this evening. Please bear with us.
None.
Yeah. Fun. As long as it's not a flippin' sea troll again.
Water troll.
Water troll, same thing, right?
Yeah, or
Aquatic
a
troll.
aquatic
Yes.
troll, or a venom troll, or a very
Oh, yeah.
aquatic troll.
Aquatic venom troll possessed by a ghost dragon.
Okay, so you
course.
all had that map that I
Yes.
shared, right?
Works actually nice with the water.
Mm-hmm.
I like
I worked really hard on this map this morning for like 20 minutes. The boat and everything was created with something called Dungeon Draft. Super super nice. I'm going to use it for my Dungeons and Exposition stream on Saturday nights as well, to make random little adventures and things. But basically what it does is it allowed me to create 2 different layers. The bottom layer was the ocean that you see before you, which I could export both layers independent of one another. And on that bottom layer, I actually used Fantasy Grounds Unity new effects layers to create what's the name, and I put the ocean ripples on just the sea. Then I brought the boat in and stamped it on top of all of that, and then I put the rain, and that is how we get this beautiful thing.
That's
It's quite
awesome.
nice.
Nifty.
It's quite freaking nice.
Better than the old.
Oh, Richard,
so-
are you back?
old
Yeah. Yeah, sorry about that.
Initiative,
Just said the word
s'il
cool.
vous plaît,
Okay.
and perception check.
Perception.
Because this will determine whether or not you are surprised. And at this point in time, only cyan... No, wait. Where were those perceptions?
Wait, that must be with disadvantage.
No, normal.
No, this is a
normal
straight one.
perception.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Even fucking thing.
Carcarius, you are not surprised. Beirut, you are not surprised. Cyan, you are not surprised. Siren, you are not surprised. Xerxes, you are not surprised. Carolus is surprised. Bims is surprised. So most of you are not surprised, as you hear a strange noise, as if somebody is climbing and clambering up on deck, basically.
I'm sorry.
I'm just going to be putting your tokens down quickly, and Bims will probably be near Xerxes.
What happens to Carcarius that he's surprised?
Doesn't roll high enough.
No, Carcarius
No,
isn't surprised.
I'm
Sorry, who?
surprised.
Oh,
It's
Carolus.
Carolus is
Oh, sorry.
surprised.
So what happens to Carolus if he's surprised?
I missed it then.
Okay.
Yeah, so he will not get to act on his first turn. As climbing out of the water, where the hell did the seagulls come from?
From the
I
steam.
think one got trapped.
They know there's about to be a feast.
They're albatross.
I think I may have accidentally clicked on the wrong thing. There we go. We're back to normal. As you see these strange things, first you hear this clonk, clonk, clonk as something is climbing up on the hull. Are you guys happy with how I have placed you? Would you like to have been somewhere else? You guys who are rowing need to be somewhere in the benches, basically.
I think that's pretty even.
Yeah.
And yeah, you see what appears to be this green-skinned thing that has a mouth that looks like a shark's mouth almost. It has these large fins where a person's ears might be, and it's wearing armor that seems to be made out of metal, shell, or some combination of the two, and it's carrying a large, what you can only assume is a trident, though it's an unusual craftsmanship. You also see that it has almost like a serpentine tail, as these things, there are several of them, hop up on deck, and then we put them on the deck for good measure.
I do not give them permission to board the boat.
Yeah.
They were not asking for your permission.
Tickets, please.
If we're not surprised, can I fly up into the air before anything appears close to me?
Well, at this point in time, okay, let me put it this way. You two are actually on the little raised section. Unfortunately, that cross section I could not bring in, so I just left it like this. So you're actually like on the upper deck, if you will.
Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah.
So you're not
That's
like
what I wanted.
directly next to them as these things clamber over the side.
Cool.
And they start shouting something in a strange language, and they ready their weaponry and they will attack. Xerxes, you are not surprised, so you may act on this round.
This language that they spoke, did I understand it?
No.
Okay. I'm just gonna say.
Do I understand it?
No.
Do I understand it?
Language I
Okay,
Can
none
I
of
use
you
this?
understand it.
Can I use
The
a
real
spell point?
Spartacus vibes from
A
that.
spell point to do comprehend languages.
On your
Okay,
turn.
I'm gonna shout at the top of my lungs for Glacia, and I will do some scorching ray vibes at Shenanigan number 3.
Alright.
Actually,
Oh, dang.
Read
They're
it
not
from-
supposed to be. They're not supposed to be identified. Damn it.
Oh, well, time to Google Sahugan.
No, it's fine. They're shenanigans now.
Yeah,
They're shenanigans
now on
now.
all the shenanigans on the boat.
No, really, you're not
Well,
allowed to.
since
Google
you
things
already
like-
saw that, I suppose there's really no point in me hiding this anymore. This is what they look like.
Sahagan.
Ew, they look like murlocs.
Yeah, so-
Unusual looking little critters.
and then Shuna Augen number 3 is going to get some stuff flung his way. Or she, let's not assume.
So,
That is a-
ooh, that is a nat 20. Dang it. So, roll your damage.
I'll just do that 2 more times.
Jeez.
And another one.
That was painful.
Why?
That hits.
Oh god, you blew it.
And the third one.
Damn it. You were right about your earlier 20. And it is
Yeah.
dead.
I'll say for Glacia again, my queen.
And she must have heard you because these 3 rays of fire just brighten up the deck for a moment as they pout into this fishman, this weird green skinned creature, and it just flops over the side of the ship, a burning mess, and you hear this like steam rising as its burning corpse hits the sea. Dang it, that was a very good opening round.
That was lovely. So,
Anything else you want to do?
I think I'm okay where I am here. Do I notice anything else climbing up the ship or any other thingies other than what's now just these 3?
You would need to use your action having
Okay.
room for that.
Okay, cool. I'm just going to just stand there proud. Be like, yeah, what's up?
Awesome. So you can end your turn. Cyan. It's amazing that you two are up front, but anyway.
So can I use my action to call out to Corellis so that he gets a turn this round?
No, unfortunately
Uh.
not.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'm gonna raise my my mace above my head and shout out, "Feel the power of Osbrum!" And I'm going to cast Word of Radiance.
Nice. So what
Yeah.
is the range on that?
It
Chuck
is pretty
into,
big.
The chat
Oh.
format.
Yeah, it's 5 feet.
So you're not currently within 5 feet.
Aren't I?
You're about 10 feet off of the main deck. You guys are actually up on where the steering wheel would be.
Oh, so it's quite high up. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Ew. Okay. In that case, I'm gonna fire off a crossbow bolt at the number 2.
Go for it.
So Hugin, number 2. Okay, so
Iron Diff's crossbow. And for a second I thought it was going to be a natural 20 again. And you hit with a 17.
nice.
for 6 points of damage. He's looking, you've definitely done something to him. He's not happy. He kind of like looks up at you and hisses.
And I hiss back and I say, "Back to the ocean, scum!"
He looks at you, huh? Which brings us to this guy. He's in front of you, Siren, and he's like looking down at you with this oar in your hands, and you can see this. He just like you don't know how you know it, but you know enough. You've seen enough different races that this thing is like sneering at you. It does not like you, and it is going to use its spear to try and pierce your armor. I don't think you're wearing armor. Oh, that's the wrong thing.
I have leather.
My apologies. Let's go see if it hits.
Oh wow.
It's
you
4
kill
damage.
That's
me,
maybe
I
a
will
yes.
come back.
So that's a 4.
Yes, it's 4 damage.
It is. What's that? That's another 4 plus 1 is going to be another 5 damage. No, I lied. It's just another 4 damage. Where was Siren on my combat track go?
Low everything.
There we go. And then it's going to attempt to bite you. As you look tasty.
I'm the cat here.
I hate you, but you look tasty.
Like a snack.
Like a big kitty cat snake. And he manages to get his teeth around your arm as you fend him off, and you take 3 points of piercing damage. And you feel, as this thing bites into you, you just feel rows and rows of serrated teeth in this thing's
Of course,
mouth.
you're like a shark.
And that brings us to the next guy. And this guy is going to clamber up to the top. So let me do an athletics check for him to see whether or not he can actually do this. He attempts to climb up, but it's so slick and slippery, he's not used to the wood, that he just slips back down again, and he takes 2 points of damage falling flat on his ass.
Oh, his tail.
And he did not make it up there. Yeah, on his tail. The fourth one is standing next to Beirut. And Beirut, he is also going to attempt to stab you.
Go away.
And the spear, the trident, like you manage to knock it away with the oar just in time, and it lashes out with you. And attempts to bite you as well. It's just like it goes into like a frenzy almost. And it bites you. I'm guessing that a 20 will hit you for 5 points of damage.
Jeez.
You also just feel these rows and rows of teeth sinking into you. Right, and that will bring us to Siren.
Can I use my claws and pull its eyes out?
Go for it. Make an unarmed attack.
I don't have that.
If you get a natural 20, don't you have it on your character sheet?
No.
Okay, let's see if we can rectify that.
If I get a natural 20, I pull its eye out and crunch
It
it.
will just help me remember, is that just an item?
Crunch.
It is an item.
Gonna munch on it and be like, you're my food.
For those...
But you will have to
Expert.
modify it for a claw.
Yeah. What does your claw do?
I can do... Wait, here it is. It helps me with climbing in addition, or natural weapons. So 1d4 plus your strength modifier, which is nothing.
Okay. So 1d4 piercing damage, or slashing damage, I'm assuming.
Instead of bludgeoning damage, normal for yeah, so it's just slashing. Whatever that means.
Basically, some some armors and things will actually give you resistance to things like slashing damage, so you'll only take half of its slashing damage, etc.
I see.
So there we go. In your actions on your character sheet, you now have an unarmed skronk.
Yay.
So you can pick your attack.
It's one, right? It's the one in front of me, obviously.
Yeah. Oh my word.
What happens if I
My
get it?
word. You actually called it.
Oh my word.
Yep. So this is what happens. You manage to like do your kitty cat best, and you extend your claws and you rip into this thing's face as it's leering at you with its blood, with your blood dripping out of its mouth, and you actually manage to like get your claws into its eyes, and I'm gonna rule that it is blind
Nice.
from that damage.
Let
Nice.
go of my arm! Stupid fish!
And it just like hisses at you and goes gurgle 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 gurgle.
It literally says gurgle, gurgle, gurgle.
That's how Saugans speak. Gurgle gurgle.
That is me.
Well, they either that or they must go shenanigans, shenanigans.
They're not
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
on.
Car carriers. Actually, I just realized something. Wait, Siren. What wasn't? Who was surprised? Corrodus was surprised,
And Bims.
and Bims. Okay, no, that's fine. Then they were still good. So car
Nice.
carriers.
Cool.
What did you like to do?
I shall. I'll stay where I am for now. And then just raising my shield up and put in some power into the symbol. I'm gonna just say Procan Bane them. And I'm gonna cast Bane on the 3 creatures.
All right.
So let's do this save. I assume their charisma sucks. Yes, it does.
They fail miserably. All 3 of them. A 12, an 8, and a 5. Damn, and they are now baned, which means they get a minus 1d4 to their attacks and saves. And
Yep.
ability checks.
I think it's just attacks and saves. Yeah. Well, yeah.
And if I haven't said it before, sounds are provided by the awesome Sirenscape. I will put a link in the chat again now, as a matter of fact. Hello, Nova King. Sorry, I did not have my chat open with having so many things on my screens and clipped. Welcome to the game. And so yeah, that you can see their movements are a bit more sluggish, and that as Procan has cursed these creatures. Is there anything else you would like?
Bonus action. I'll just take out my trident for now
Please.
and just prepare.
Okay, then next up is not Corollas, because Corollas is like, look at the fish, people.
I'm gonna do a pull punch so I don't see the stream.
Well, actually, no, Corollas, I would rather say that Corollas was stunned by the 3 bolts of flippant fire, or rays of fire, just obliterating something behind him.
Sorry.
Bayrum, this is your turn.
I will move around to that side of this one.
Okay.
Sort of attack it.
Go for it. And you hit.
Fucking bite me.
Gurgle, gurgle. And you do 8 points of damage to it. And anything else?
Just trying to think. No, that's it.
Alright.
Can I ask a break?
Yeah, oh geez, I didn't even realize the time. Shall we take a 5-minute break, folks? Get some refreshed coffee,
Okay.
do the ablution block thing. I'm not even going to bother putting it on to Bims is also
There we go, wait.
Right.
Surprise, so we go into the next round. And as this round begins, you can see that there are more of these creatures that are climbing up on board.
Say what? Guys, can I cast Shatter on the boat?
No!
We
then
still need to
I'll
get to our
fly
destination.
Yeah. Can't you swim? Bims and I will fly off and go and find help.
And the one that is climbing up furthest away from most of you guys at this point, near to the capstan, is wearing what almost looks like some sort of like fish scale robes.
Oh
It has
no.
a strange pendant that almost looks like shark teeth hanging from around its neck. It also seems to be a bit larger than the other creatures that have been attacking
I blame our captain.
Yeah, what the hell, Corellis?
I blame the popcorn.
Alright, so we're just going to take a 5-minute break. It's now 15:15. We'll try to be back at 20:20. And we will continue with this fantastic combat. Just going to put it to chat. 5-minute break. Break. Be right back. There we go. And I will pause for the podcast. Didn't unpause the recording? Oh well. It's only been a couple of things. So yeah, some fighting happened. Beirut got bitten.
I ran away.
Siren ran away. She inspired Xerxes, and we carry on with combat, which brings us to card carriers.
Awesome.
Cleric of
So-
Procan, what will you do?
Seeing how many of them there are, I'm gonna unleash my Radiant Soul.
Ooh, what does that do?
That I'll drop it here. Did it drop? Why won't you drop? No man. Well, let me pull it into the other.
Okay, so Radiant Soul.
My eyes glow and I sprout wings.
Alright, and that lasts for 1 minute. Is
Yeah,
that an action
but I'm not-
to do that, eh?
It is. So I'm not gonna take off though. I'm just. It's more of a show of force at the moment.
What do your wings look like? I know they're radiant and glimmering.
Yeah. Sort of. I think last time I described them, it was. Got that sort of feathery look to them, but they are Procan touched, so they've got almost like a feathery web-like substance, almost like a mix between bat wings and bird wings, if that makes sense.
That's gross, but okay.
Yeah.
It
I
makes
didn't say they were pretty.
Alright. So, that is your action. As your
Yeah.
bonus action, would you like to do something?
Call to Procan and just say, bring down the trident and cast spiritual weapon.
So, where would you like your spiritual weapon to be placed? I'm just grabbing the token.
Right
quickly. Sure. Okay,
Actually, yeah. Yeah, I'll pop it here.
where is that? It's over there. Alright. So you have your
Cool.
spiritual weapon hovering,
is then-
glimmering with some shiny radiance.
Just then gonna stab at this guy.
And but like, there's no rain touching it. It's like passing through it.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Almost
Okay,
crit.
so
25.
Yeah.
Definitely crit.
and then I must just put this on myself.
I think it's like deeply ironic. These things are attacking you guys with these trident-like spears. And Calcarius is returning the favor. 5 points of damage. Nice. It is definitely feeling that.
Yeah, so it did add the radiant damage as well. And that shall be my turn.
Carolus. There are many teeth scraping at you.
Okay, I'm gonna two-handedly
Go, 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 go.
smack the fishmonger in the face with the quarterstaff.
This is actually where the bad pun should have been. Something smells fishy.
And I miss.
And you miss.
And I'm using a key point to cast Flurry of Blows.
Okay, go
So I'm
for
gonna
it.
smack it. So we don't need any fish, get off the boat.
That hits.
And I hit. Barely.
Hey, a hit is a hit. Take the win. That's
Hey,
5
5
points
is
of
good.
bludgeoning.
Okay,
And you get another one, eh?
yes.
Ooh, that definitely hits. 19. Or 7 points of damage. Not bad.
Wow.
You've done a fair amount of damage against this thing.
First time I attacked
Pretty
in
good.
2 games.
Pretty damn good.
And that's the end of my turn.
Cool. Beirut, what are you doing?
Just continue stabbing at the bugger that bit me.
Go for it. That's a miss. It sort of just sidesteps and you will wrap your punches into the bench.
Yeah. That's all I can do.
Right. The larger, more what you assume is feminine looking creature raises up one of her claw-like hands, and with her other one she grabs that shark tooth pendant hanging from around her neck, and you hear her start speaking in this weird guttural gurgly language again that doesn't make sense to any of you. And she is going to cast a spell, the effects of which are going to be very apparent to anybody who's watching it, as she calls out to her deity and calls down a blessing. And she gets to do this if she casts it at level 3.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, I'm just trying to find the spell description. When you cast the spell level, you get to do it to one additional creature, so she gets to do it to 5 creatures. So she's going to do it to the 5 on deck, excluding herself. So, target. Oh no, wrong thing's targeting. The spiritual hammer is targeting.
Yes, give that a blessing. Also, I don't like the phrase "on deck" because there's a lot to assume from that.
True.
Today is the day.
5, 1, 6, 7, and 4. So right. 7, 4, 5, 6, 1. Yes, cool. And she's going to cast less upon them. So her medallion shimmers with this deep blue light for a second, and all of these guys have that same shimmering for a moment around themselves as she counteracts Arcarius's magics. And that will end her turn. Actually, she'll take a couple of steps backwards to behind the capstan to kind of take some cover there. Alright. Then that brings us to Bims, who is fluttering near to Xerxes.
By how much does, what number is that? Shenanigan 2 need to attack Bims more than his current HP to kill him outright?
Well, typically to kill something outright, you need to do double their hit point.
In one attack?
Yeah. So if they do 14 points of damage, it's an instant kill.
Oh,
In Bim's case, it would be 8.
Why would it be 8?
8?
makes it if it goes to -4. It's instant death. It's your health, the minus version of your health.
Don't just 7 health though.
Yeah.
Either way,
Oh, it's got 7 health, sorry.
You saw his initiative, I think.
My mistake. Yeah,
I'm gonna-
if it's a -14, it'll die immediately.
doesn't feel like attacking. Like, can we roll? Do we know? I don't want to speak for him because if he knows, like,
Well, you could leave it in my capable hands. I will just roll the d20. If it's 10 or above, he attacks. If it's 10 or lower, 9 or lower, he doesn't.
yeah, I'll go for it.
It's a 4. Bim says, into your mind, I don't like these fish things.
Okay, then I'm going to say, oh wait, you don't like them, as in you want to stay away from them.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna say, remember that red juice that I asked you to carry for me last time?
Yep.
I think now might be a good time for you to carry it again for me. And if you happen to see someone fall over from being hit too many times, you can go and pour it in their mouth. But I suppose we can discuss that at a later stage. But for now, just grab one of these red liquids.
I think we did establish last time that Bims is smart enough to be able to do that. Oh yeah, he's smart enough. He's got an intelligence of 10. So yeah, he grabs the potion of healing, I assume,
Yeah.
and he's carrying it in his claws, ready to go to somebody's aid if necessary. So that
Cool.
will be basically his help action.
Yeah, and he'll just hold that action for now, I guess, at least.
He says, sure thing, boss.
He's also 20 feet in the air, and I'll have him also basically where I am now, or where he is now, sort of stay in that vicinity.
Sure thing.
Cool.
So that will end his turn, which brings us to you.
Okay. Using my last scorching ray, I'm going to direct it at this. Does she have cover?
She has half cover behind that capstan.
Okay. Who's after me? Son and Tyron Precarious. I am gonna fly down over here
Alright.
just to help absorb some potential attacks. Oh wait, do I want to fly there or do I want to? I want to give advantage and also get advantage. Can I fly here rather?
Yeah, you can.
Wait, I'm not very good at. I'm gonna attack first, then I'm gonna fly down there. Okay.
Alright.
So yeah, I'm going to do scorching ray again.
Go for it.
I'm gonna cast. Do I have to say before I cast all 3 which targets I'm
Yes.
casting at? Or
Yeah,
okay.
call out your target. So ray number 1, ray number 2, ray number 3. So where they going?
Cool. So 6 and 5. I'm just trying to check. Oh. I can't read their names. Which one is heavily damaged here on the combat tracker?
Of those 3, the one standing next to Carolus, creature number 5, is the most damage.
Okay, I'm going to cast 1 at 5 and 2 at 6.
Okay, cool. So the first one at 5, or
Yeah.
okay, and here's a hit with a 22. 4 points of fire damage. Second one Geez, 25 to hit, definitely. 7 points of fire damage. It is not looking too happy with that. And the last one is unfortunately a miss as you scorch the bench behind it.
Okay,
Here's
and I'll
bardic inspiration.
fly down. Oh, can I use my bardic inspiration? Thanks for reminding me.
Roll your d6. I'll allow it.
That is
So
a
that's
hit.
it. That is a hit. So roll your damage. For another 5 points of fire damage to it. They are both not looking very healthy at this point. And you flutter down behind the one that is attacking Kakarius.
Cool.
Alright, anything else?
Um,
It's your turn.
Yeah, I think that's me.
Cyan, Storm Whisper. There we go.
Alrighty, so was that 5, 10, 15, 20, 25? Perfect. So seeing the trouble that Beru's in, I'm gonna pull out this red potion from my backpack, and I'm gonna chuck it towards him. I'm gonna yell out. I'm gonna use it as my action. I'm gonna yell out, "Catch and drink it!"
Alright, so make me a dexterity check, just a straight dexterity. Just to see if you can throw it where you're aiming. Alright, you managed to do so. It sort of rolls onto the ground over here.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna say, yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna, yeah, throw that, and then I'm gonna cast sanctuary on Beru.
Is Sanctuary a bonus action?
Yes, it is.
Okay, awesome.
Level 1 spell. Yeah, so
What does it do though? I can never remember. Sanctuary has changed so much with different editions.
there we go.
So Sanctuary, you ward a creature within range against attack until the spell ends. Any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or a harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. The spell doesn't protect the warded creature from area effects, such as an explosion or a fireball. The warded creature makes an attack or casts a spell that affects an enemy, the spell ends. Alright, so what does the sanctuary look like in your mind?
I'm thinking that like when I cast it, there's like a very very fine film of water that kind of just like forms from the rain.
Alright.
So the rain kind of like falls in a thin film of water that kind of surrounds the area.
Sort of like somebody painted Beirut with some hydrophobic stuff. And the water just glistens. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Nice.
Do I have to cast it or anything? I don't think so.
I think it just happens.
Okay, dope.
It's just that they need to make a wisdom save against your spell DC.
Yeah.
Which is...
It's a wisdom DC of 13.
Alright, 13.
That doesn't sound right.
No, it is actually right. It's 8 plus 2 plus 3. That is correct.
Maths.
Because maths. Because the maths rocks say so. Alright. Anything else? Don't think you have anything else you can do.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Cool, James. So that brings us to unidentified creature number 1, which we can now flip and identify. make it easy. So Sahagin number 1 is going to decide. His buddy needs help, so he's going to run over here.
Isn't he blind?
Oh shoot, he's blind.
There was one forward.
So Chansey runs off the deck.
He was over here.
Yeah. So what the heck is he gonna do? I'm gonna roll a d8.
Trip over a bench.
4,
Oh,
1,
goodness
2, 3. Not over the bench, but over the side. This thing is just like, tries to lunge with its spear, but it goes too far and overextends and falls over the side of the boat into the water. Splash.
Nice.
Oh, fantastic.
And it is down. Well, not down, but down. Saga number 2 is standing next to Cyan, and seeing as Cyan is carelessly not attacking it, it is going to... Wait, Cyan, you have not been harmed, so damn it, he does not have advantage on this, but he will attempt to gut you with his spear. Oh shit. That is a natural 20.
What's this?
Sorry, Bane couldn't even help you there.
It's alright, it's only like 3 points of damage. It's a terrible, terrible thing.
These spears are terrible.
Wait a minute. Did I just did damage against himself. Damn it.
We don't
Yeah,
mind.
That's okay.
That's okay. It's fine.
I'll
He
give him
doesn't
advantage to bite himself.
That's like he fumbles, trips, and falls on his own spear. But now that he has bloodied Cyan and not himself, he's going to attempt to bite Cyan with advantage. And that is a miss. It's a pity. That brings us to Saga number 4, who is behind Beirut. And he's going to have advantage on this, and he's going to attempt to spear you, Beirut. Oh wait, but
And
he
he's
needs to
gonna
make
do a
wisdom
wisdom saving throw first.
Yes, I remember. So let us see. He needs to beat a 13. Where's your saving throw? Oh, and he is extremely lucky.
Why
because
does he
he
have
rolled a
advantage?
17. Why did he have advantage?
Yeah, it rolled 2 20s.
No, that shouldn't be 2 20s, but it dropped to 17 anyway. So it's 17 plus 1 minus 4 is 18, is 14, which would have still beaten your DC, eh? So
Yeah, my DC's 13.
he's going to attack. It was advantage because I had picked advantage for the flanking attack. Made the blood frenzy. He hits you, Beirut, with the 16. And he does 6 points of damage to you. That is his turn. The guy standing in front of Carolus, this bite-sized little dwarf. Carolus, have you been injured? You have, so he's going to have advantage against you. As they enter a blood frenzy. And that is a 17 to hit. And he does 5 points of damage to you. Then he's going to attempt to bite you. Also with advantage. That is a 22 to hit. You can't do anything to stop it, eh?
No.
Just making sure. For another 5 points of damage. That brings us to Sahaga number 6, who is in front of Carcarius, and well, he's just been burnt by Xerxes, who has just landed behind him. Since he was attacking Carcarius, I think he would still attempt to spear you. He does not have advantage. 15 will not hit you.
Nope.
Then he's going to whip around and attack Xerxes by biting him in frustration and pain. 17 will hit.
What?
Because he's also blessed.
Oh. So if you match the AC, it hits down.
Yep.
Yeah.
You have to meet it or surpass it. And you take
This
5
isn't
points of
tennis.
damage. Say again, sorry?
This isn't tennis. It lands on the line, it's out.
No, if it lands on the line, it's in.
That's why I said it's not tennis.
Shit. That'll end its turn. So Hagen number 7 is behind Beirut and is going to... that's only for one attack that Sanctuary works, or is it for...
No, it's for every attack.
For every attack for a minute? Holy shit, so
Yeah.
this poor sod needs to also make
I think. Let me just double check.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it would be a pretty
Oh.
useless spell if it only worked once. Yeah.
Yeah, until
Yeah.
the spell ends, any creature who targets the warded creature.
Alright. So, wisdom saving throw. No, I mustn't do that. I had clicked, I had clicked advantage again. I'm just going to re-roll it. Without advantage. That is a 12, so it fails. So it needs to find another victim within range, or it can't do anything. So it's going to lose its attack, basically.
Yeah.
And then it will attempt to make its second attack. So it will get, oh for fuck's sake, it rolls the same number, but with a worse thing for his place. And he gets a 10, so he fails. So he was useless. Siren, you are up.
I would like to know what they're saying.
So you would like to cast comprehend languages, I assume?
Yes.
Weird kind of FOMO.
Go for it.
I just want to
So-
understand them.
So you mark off your spell slot,
I did.
and all of a sudden their gurgles start turning into things that you can understand.
Yay.
But they basically... But what you overhear over the next period is things like die, landwalker, we'll slaughter you all, you're about to become chum.
That's
No,
very
just
nice.
generic fishy things to say and insult and murder, death, kill kind of vibes.
Well, you're not nice with fish people either.
Is there anything else you'd like to do? While you hide in the cabin?
Can I don't know. It does not tell you if you can inspire more than one person.
Is everybody good to go for another little bit? I see it is 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, let's definitely finish these punks off.
Sorry, Mickey, so what's...
Can I inspire more than one person at a time? That's what
I
I'm trying to
don't
figure out.
think so. I think only
Okay.
one creature
Well-
per turn.
Probably
Yeah.
at higher levels you can.
He already used it, so
She's talking, Xerxes has already been inspired. Can she inspire somebody else now?
Oh yes, yeah, you can inspire more than one person, you just can't do it all on one turn.
of course not.
I
Beru. Beru, don't die. I'm not witty at like this late at night, or this early in
Alright, so Beru,
Apologies.
you feel encouragement. As this voice from inside the cabin says, Beru, don't die! Alright, anything else? You still got your movement if you want to.
No.
You're happy.
I'm happy here bleeding out from my wound.
Vicarious.
Cool. So, looking back and seeing that Barry's a little bit worse for wear, I'm gonna move over here. And I know you'll get the attack. I'll take the... give him the opening.
Yeah. So he's going to, that's number 6. It's this dude. So he will try and swing at you with his spear. And miss.
Bane is beautiful.
It is.
Cool. And then being next to Beirut, I'm just gonna
Actually,
stick out
he's
a
not
hand.
baned. He's actually blessed. He just rolled really shitty.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna put out a hand onto Beirut's shoulder and so Pro can heal him and cast Cure Wounds.
Awesome sauce. At level 1 or...
Yeah, level 1. And then he gets an extra 3 healing because of asthma abilities.
Oh, nice. Eru, you feel a bit better. As the acolyte of Procan lays his hands upon you.
And then, as a bonus action, my trident is going to take a swing at number 6.
Go for it.
Let's just
What's your
find-
trident crit now or something?
It would be the first time it's ever actually done something useful. Nope.
No, okay. The tradition continues strong.
Yeah.
Swish. It just goes past.
Yeah.
So,
So that's what to...
Carolus, you are up next. What is the good dwarf doing?
Okay, I'm gonna smack him in the face.
Go for it.
Oh, wait. Sorry,
Double
Gordon.
iron.
That 3 was the wrong thing I used.
What? 3?
The 3 healing I put on, that was the healing hands trait. I meant to use... Okay, no, it would still be the same. It's Disciple of Life, so it's a first level spell, so it's an extra 3.
Oh, okay.
So that's one. Yeah. I just realized I used the wrong trait on my sheet.
No problem. Alright, so your first attack hits Sahaga number 5. That makes me think of a very old song. Mambo number 5. No, don't do it! I've had this one song in my head since Saturday called Aiko Aiko. I don't know if you know it. Aiko Aiko Aye. Jeez, and
No.
it just sticks in my
Don't
damn
think of it.
mind. Anyway, so 5 points of damage, and then you're doing Flurry of Bros. Flurry of Bros.
Flurry of Bros, yo.
It's a Joburg move.
It hits!
Bro.
And not Komachana, bro.
Ooh, and it is dead. So I think
Okay,
you can still use your other one if you want to.
If I can reach someone else.
Yeah, you can hop over the bench. I won't even make you do an athletics check though. As a dwarf, you really should.
But as a
Well,
monk,
I can
Yeah.
do that.
You have skills.
He actually just
Wow.
crawled underneath.
No, duck and roll, man. And he like springs up, ready to punch somebody.
Do
So
I
a kidney
get
shot. You get
do I get
advantage.
advantage?
Yep. So the dwarf emerges. And misses. So you scrape your hand against the deck.
Or I just touch him and make him uncomfortable?
No, that's my character's job. That's the hand's job. Alright, anything else you can do?
No, that's my turn.
Cool. Beirut. Reinforcements have arrived.
Not very
Just
useful.
to
though.
remind you, there is still a potion lying on the ground there as well.
Yeah, killing better.
Yeah. So it's definitely a hit with a 22.
Clerics not throw potions.
I keep waiting for one of these to pick up the potion and be like, sweet, thanks.
How are they gonna open the bottle with
well,
hammer
in
hand?
fairness, they don't know what the potion is.
You never know.
And Beirut's rapier just slices through the snake's throat.
Yay!
Yeah,
Nice.
it's good.
Wait, I
think
can't.
Out of character, we should actually use it as a strategy in a battle. Like, roll the poison, say it's a healing potion, let the enemy pick it up.
That
And then
requires
waste them.
deception.
Wait an action as well. To drink it.
I'll move to the other side of the saga.
Alright.
Just think, how are they gonna open the bottle with their like greasy, slippery hands?
This lady, if you can call her such, is very annoyed with this other cleric. And she grips her medallion again and holds out a hand and points to you, Carcarius. And Mickey, from the cabin, you hear her words, and she's calling out to a deity. Sorry, I just need to make sure I get the right name. Where did it open? This wrong screen.
Limagogun!
No. You hear her shout out, "Oh great Sekula!
Who?
Smite my enemy!" And this ball of bluey tinged radiance bursts from her hand, and she casts a guiding bolt at level 2 towards you, Carcarius.
Do any of you know this deity called whatever that was?
Ooh, thank you for being guiding bolt.
Definitely not it.
It hits.
Okay. I'm
So-
perfectly fine with that.
So you take an extra d6 of damage,
Oh, but do I?
and you manage to succeed in your concentration after taking 19 points of radiant damage.
No, I only take 9.
Oh yes,
Resistance.
because you are a flippin' Aussie. So you resist most of this thing, but you are...
I just, as it comes in, like, as I get hit with it, I just sort of smile at my shield.
But you are now lined in this deep blue glow that feels most distressing to you.
Ooh, glowy!
Ooh, glowy.
That better not
And
become a new nickname.
that will end her turn. This brings us to Bims. So Bims is just
From now
hovering
on,
with
to
his
start-
potion.
Referring to you guys as glowy red.
Glowy red and glowy blue. What's Bims doing, Ellen?
So, I think now that a lot of these creatures have started dying, and one is overboard blind, can I have him fly down over here? Maybe leave the potion on the floor,
Alright.
or I don't know, yeah, whatever the case is. Well, obviously, can do that later. And
Well,
attack.
he's got his claw, so he can keep on holding onto the potion.
Okay, cool. Well, that's fine. And then use his tail stinger to attack number 6.
Alright, so... that was the wrong thing that I was looking at. Where's my-
I can roll it if you like.
Yeah, sure. Use a stinger, so drag the attack onto Sahaga number 6 with advantage.
Okay, so that's meaty. And that is piercing.
First you must roll to see if you actually hit it.
Oh, where's the roll to hit?
It's the attack plus 4. 80k plus 4.
Oh,
It was number 6, so I need to reverse number 6's damage. Exceeded by 1. Let's see if you hit. No, you would have missed. Okay, so I must take him back
oh no.
to there. Has it gone and put the unconscious effect on? Yes, it has, so let us remove that quickly. Let us not remove his place. So unfortunately, Bims goes down and misses.
I see.
And now he is next to him.
Yeah.
Xerxes, it is your turn.
Okay, suppose I'm just gonna smack this dude. At number 6 as well. Two-handed quarterstaff.
Go for it. With advantage, what should do? Hey, that's not bad. 19 and a 19, 23 will definitely hit.
No, he's dead.
Nah, he's dead.
And then I will. I'm gonna fly over here at the same level as number 2 to give advantage.
just hovering there,
Yeah.
fighting against the wind, and I should actually make you do some sort of check. Let's make it an athletics check to see if you can do this. Not a very difficult DC, let's make it 10. Yeah, you managed to do it. That draconic blood helps. So Cyan, Xerxes is behind the Sahagin. Sahuagin. Sahagin.
Okay, so I think Cyan, as soon as he sees this priestess like invoking her god, I think you kind of screech out and say Osprey is the true goddess of the sea, and he's gonna cast guiding bolt right back at her.
Oh, alright. This is a full-on spell battle. Hell hath no fury like a cleric spawned.
Nice.
18
And then-
definitely hits.
Cool.
Ooh, nice. 12 points of damage. Oh shoot!
What does that roll?
You hit her hard enough that she loses her concentration on her bless spell,
Nice.
and she now you must just drag over the advantage thing. So the next attack against
The
her,
effect.
yeah, the effect will have advantage.
There we go. And I shout out at her over the sound of the thunder, and I shout, "Repent! Heresy! Repent!"
Alright,
Yeah, that's it.
so it's Hagen number 1, who is in the water at the moment. He's trying to decide, should he try and climb back up? Because these guys have not had a great deal of success climbing up things. Let's see. Okay, he manages to do it. And he is now next to Bims, and he's going to attack Bims.
But he's blind. How does he know Bims is there?
He could probably hear Bims flapping or moving. He's still going to have disadvantage on the attack.
My baby.
He should do a perception check.
Nope, that's why he has disadvantage. And he's still baned. And he still manages to hit Bims. Somehow he's lucky. Oh jeez. And there's a mental screech in your mind as Bims dies, or is at least knocked unconscious. And then he's going to listen to the battle, and he's going to see which way he's going. But for some other reason, the dumbass goes back into the water.
So he can climb and hit Bims, but he's that stupid that he falls over twice.
I can provide entertainment.
Trips over his own tail or something. That's what happens. And back in the water he splushes. So Hagen number 2 is going to swipe out at you, Cyan, for attacking his priestess with advantage. Oh, that is a natural 20. And you take 6 points of damage. Luckily it wasn't a very high one. And then he's going to attempt to bite you. And it is a miss, because he's still pained. Saga number 7 is going to take advantage and listen to his priestess's guidance, and he's going to attempt to spear Pancarius. Which he does with another natural 20.
God damn it.
The DM is on a roll.
Roll.
And you killed Bims.
For 6 points of damage, and you do maintain your concentration. Damn it. Then he's going to attempt to bite you, and he will have advantage again because he is in a blood frenzy. And he does not manage to get through your shield and your armor, unfortunately, with a 15. Which brings us to Siren. what would you like to do? You're hearing this creature shouting out, Sekalo.
Whatever that is, yeah. That's a good question. I don't know what to do. Wait, I can do something. I have a crossbow.
You do. You
Well,
are,
I need
however, in a cabin.
I need to move up and
Yes.
see her. I will shoot her.
Alright, she has half cover behind the capstan, but you do have advantage because she is glowing with Osprum's light. I assume it's also cyan in color.
Just a question: when does Sanctuary disappear off me? Once I attacked, hey?
Yeah, once you attack.
Yeah.
I didn't do half cover.
So, half
You
cover would have been a -2, which is a 14, and that would have still hit her.
Okay.
So, roll your damage.
Whee.
So Neville, do I need to remove the effect from you? Did you attack?
Nice big damage.
Okay. Nice. 9 points of damage. Jeez, this lady is not looking happy. At all.
We only have room for one crazed. Whatever. What are you? Whatever you are. And this crew.
Only one. Well, that's a problem.
He's the only one that goes on about hospital.
Okay. You mean only one crazy one.
I can't think straight. I've lost too much blood. I'm sorry.
Alright. So anything else you want to do? You still got your bonus action?
No, I'm good.
Alright. Gregarious.
Cool. So I'm gonna sort of do. It's gonna look like a sort of burst off the ground in a quick, like jutted flight straight towards her.
Alright.
And as I'm doing that bonus action, my spiritual weapon's gonna move to where I was.
Alright.
I think you would, if I would get an opportunity, yeah?
1, 2. Yeah, he'd get there. Oh,
Yeah.
it would get there because it can move 20 feet. Yeah.
Yeah. And then does number 7 get an attack of opportunity on me?
Yes, it will. So, where is number 7? I'm going to scroll up a bit here. Number 7 is going to get a spear type damage to it. That will not hit. With a 9.
Nope. Cool. So then, this is going to effectively, I don't, if it can happen simultaneously. So as I switch positions with that, I get to, and I'm going to reach out and cast Inflict Wounds.
Alright.
But as I'm doing that, the Trident's going to take a swing at number 7.
Cool. Nice.
Dual attack.
Go for it.
So that's fine.
I bet you can't do it simultaneously though.
Sadly not. Oh, fuck yes!
Shit. That is a natural 20 or 26 to hit.
Ooh. Oh god, this is gonna be painful.
Yes.
Overkill.
Absolute overkill.
Exceeded by 25.
On 27 points of damage, she had 2 hit points left. She is obliterated. Her fishy, sharky corpse just like self-desiccates.
Don't worry, I think the spiritual weapon's about to make up for it with like a nat 1.
Base lyric
It
spell.
is.
At last.
Yeah, no, Inflict Wounds is badass.
And
1 point of damage.
just hits it in the toe.
Yeah. Bonk. Oh, nice.
Cool.
Anything else?
That'll be my turn. Nope, that's my
Carolus.
turn.
Continuing.
I feel like
Mr.
Carolus
Clark.
is just like continually chasing the action.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna go to where he fell. And he's in the water.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna shoot Radiant Soul, Radiant Sunbolt at number 7.
Alright, so for a moment there are these flares of bright sunlight as the Dwarven
Keep
Master
rolling.
Monk uses his key. Oof, that's a hit. And strikes the creature down in the water.
With max damage. No, the one where Beiro is.
Oh, is it the one with the Beiro is? I thought you were taking the one in the water, sorry.
No, I'm standing there, so I can't get back up.
Okay. You know it can move diagonally, you know that, right?
Yes, but,
But
as long as
it can't see shit, so.
yes, as long as it stay away from bumps. Okay,
Hey, Bums is passed out, bro.
exactly.
I actually
Don't
think
want
that
to leave
thing's flight or fight will kick in now. It's the second time it's landed up in the water.
it. Okay. Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Alright, cool. And Beirut?
I guess I'll try and stab this thing.
Go for it. That's a hit. A dirty 20.
Good hit.
Ooh, ouch, 10 points of damage, nice. It is not looking healthy. Bims needs to make a death saving throw.
How do I do that?
Just roll a d20.
Okay.
If you get 10 or higher, he makes one success. So he has one success.
Cool.
And that brings us to your turn. What is Xerxes doing? Your beloved pet lies unconscious between the benches. On top of
With
the
the
healing
healing
potion.
potion in its claws.
Yeah. That's the worst part, I think.
No, it's the beautiful irony of it.
When it comes to think of it, I was supposed to have advantage. I don't think I rolled advantage for his attack. If I did, things might have ended very differently.
Oh. Yeah, possibly, but too much has gone on in between.
Yeah. No, way too much. I thought about it like shortly after, but it was whatever. It's too late.
Next time.
So all ranged attacks are disadvantaged in melee range, right?
Correct.
Even like a magic missile.
No, magic missile doesn't have an attack roll, it just hits.
Okay.
So that you can literally put your hand in front of somebody's face
Yeah.
and have at it.
Okay. So boom,
2 points damage.
boom, boom.
Oh, come on! Oh no, that's terrible. Sorry.
Yeah, there's not
He's
great.
channeling cyan there.
Yeah, 3 1s. Well, 3 2s, technically. But you did do a little bit of damage to it. It is not happy. It is
So
definitely
half
not.
of me is dead. I feel so alone in this world.
It's like a half-hearted effort.
You're missing the voice in your head.
You hear a
Yeah.
whisper, "Help me!"
I just wish Mage Hand was bonus action.
I think it is for the Arcane Trickster, isn't it?
It would have been cool, man.
Alright,
Okay. Yeah.
So Cyan.
And I'll say, Cyan, hit this thing. You've got advantage.
What? Oh, okay, sure. And I kind of like just in that turning motion, because I'm not even facing him. In that turning motion, I just swing the mace round to clobber the to clobber this guy.
Go for it. That is
advantage.
30-20, but you do have advantage, yeah.
Yeah, just not
Okay. Oh, okay.
Okay. Good. Still
Nice.
hit. But
Alright. And then damage.
nice. Max damage. 7 points of damage. That is very fucked up.
Is this guy resistant to piercing?
No.
No.
Oh, never mind. Sorry, reading the wrong thing. Never mind.
Why do you have a broken mace? Like, surely that's less damage.
It's just from cracking in so many skulls.
He dropped it.
So this guy is just going to disappear into the water and swim for its life.
Into the mouth of a shark because he's blind.
What you don't know is if there is a shark nearby, they can talk to it, and he will actually use that shark to get a lift.
Well, okay.
Okay, sweet.
So,
Alright.
so there. So much for your evil plans.
But
Even
won't the
if
shark
he's
be in a
bleeding.
blood frenzy because his eyes are bleeding?
We're not
It's like,
going to go
please,
too deeply into
nope.
this. So this guy is going to have advantage on this attack, and he's going to attack Cyan. What's that? A 14. Jeez, that bane keeps on giving.
Why do you think it's one of the first spells I cast?
No, for sure. It is a very potent combat spell. And unfortunately, that will not help with a natural 20 for the bite. Just did the attack again, it's a little bit damage. So you take another 4 points of piercing damage as he bites into your arm.
I spit on him.
In the rain and the wind.
Yes.
Then that brings us to Sahaga number 7. Sahaga number 7 is going to scream out something, and the only one who understands it is Mickey. And he basically shouts, "I'm getting out of here." And he's going to disengage
Stop him!
and hop into the water, and
Yeah.
he is going to swim. And they can swim pretty damn quickly. And he disappears into the darkness of the ocean. Which brings us to Siren. What
Siren,
do
Going
can
you
you
do?
pull this
play
thing's
him
eyes
here.
out?
No, I'm not gonna call it. I'm gonna help him.
Oh no, so cute.
Gonna pour a potion down his.
Well, he had a potion in his little
I'm gonna
Yeah.
pour that potion down his.
And isn't there another potion on the deck just lying there?
Somewhere, yeah.
I don't
right
see
here.
it. I'm bleeding too much. I am blind. Just- Here you go, please. What do I roll? Because I have no idea. Wait, I-
Don't you have the healing potion?
Yes.
Get-
There you go, Ben.
Hey, nice. He's back up to full health. Very nice.
Hey buddy.
Like Bim says, what happened to me?
You downed because I can understand you now.
One of those ugly things played with you a little bit too hard.
Nasty fish.
Phrasing.
Oh, you sound so cute.
Yeah, phrase.
Oi. So anything else you want to do, Siren? Before this devolves?
No, I'm good.
Alright. That brings us to Carcarius again. So the priestess is dead by your hand. What would you like to do?
Let's see if anything. What's the range of this? The crossbow's two-handed, eh?
Yes.
Yeah. This isn't gonna end well, but just because I don't feel like actually no, I can move closer, so I won't be at disadvantage then. I was gonna throw a hand axe from where I am now at the one on the
Oh.
deck.
Just be aware, a natural 1 would have meant hand axe to your compatriots. Potentially.
Kobe.
So I can get there. Yeah. And now I'll try to throw the hand axe at him.
Go for it.
I like how this last remaining fishman has become our toy.
Oh shit. No way. Another net 20.
This is just going straight, but like I'm gonna call out just before I throw, so you know me,
Yeah.
and then
to the
it's
head.
landing straight between the eyes.
And I'm gonna say for Glacia.
Xerxes is this hype man for Glacia. like it still counts as long as you shout it before that happens.
Yes, exactly.
So your axe just buries itself into this thing's skull and it tips overboard potentially.
Wait, can I use my reaction to catch the body?
Sure, go for it.
Cool, yeah, I
I'll
got the
allow
body.
it. So you managed to prevent it from falling over.
Yeah.
And I think that is where we're going to call it for tonight. Well done, guys. You have survived the Sahagin.
Awesome.
Who's
Yeah.
gonna
Cool.
clean the
Yeah.
blood from the dead?
Yeah, I want to pick up my potion that no one like dragged.
The potion's just rolling there on the
Pick up
on the
my
deck.
pick up my health potion, like pocket it, and kind of like sigh.
Alright, so you do that with ease. You guys have some time to recuperate if you want as well. But we can pick that up next week.
So next week is gonna be searching the boat and leveling up.
Yeah, leveling up.
I tell you what, yes. Well, not leveling up, because remember, leveling up requires that you train.
Yeah.
But you do get your XP, so that's when you get back to civilization, you can engage in training. And
I
level up
reckon
to
we
level
turn the
4.
boat around.
Yeah.
You have a
That's
mission.
better.
Boat, we go back.
Pretty sure all the training I can do on this boat.
Remember, the DM giveth and the DM taketh away.
I'm also pretty sure all the training I need I can do on this boat.
Gym workout.
No. Anyway, thank you very much, guys. Thank you, everybody, watching the stream as well. It was nice having some engagement as well. Maybe at some other point we'll run some other games where I'll allow the people in chat to really screw around with players.
Hey.
Some random havoc.
Yeah,
think
because we
they-
need that.
Of course you
Dragon.
do.
No.
Of course you need it. Glad you
Hey
enjoyed
guys,
it, man.
everyone log on to the chat then.
Yeah.
So that you can mess with yourselves.
Yeah.
Once again, very meta.
Yes.
I
Phrasing.
just want to say
Phrasing.
thank you very much to all of my players, thanks to the guys in chat, thanks to Fantasy Grounds, and thanks to Sirenscape, because dun 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 catchphrase Sound and Music by Sirenscape, because epic games need epic sound. Thank you very much to them, because without them giving permission, this would not be possible to have these awesome sound effects. Yeah, check out Fantasy Grounds Unity as well, guys. It is still in early access, but you can do so many awesome things like I did with this map, which was created in Dungeon Craft with different layers, but brought into Fantasy Grounds and brought to life with more layers. It was awesome. I hope you guys liked it as well. Alright, thank you very much. I'm going to bid everybody adieu and shut down the stream.
Oh, thanks for the game.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Thank
Yeah.
you.